All right, let's dive right into a huge topic for your exams: how Germany, Italy, and Britain actually became the countries we know today. You'll see they took three completely different roads to get there, and by the end of this, it's all going to make sense.
Hey Class 10, I know you're getting those history notes in order, so let's make this chapter super easy to understand. And hey, while you're here, do me a quick favor and hit that like, share, and subscribe button for the A1 Institute channel. We've got a ton more explainers coming your way.
So to really get this, we have to travel back in time to the mid-19th century, right around 1848. See, before this point, nationalism was this fiery idea that belonged to revolutionaries. But after, well, it became a tool for kings and empires. The rules of the game totally changed.
So what does that really mean? Well, basically, nationalism stopped being this grassroots dream of the people. Instead, the big players, the conservatives, the monarchies, had this light bulb moment. They realized they could use this powerful feeling of national pride to build up their own power and pretty much dominate Europe. It wasn't just an ideal anymore. It was a strategy.
And you know, our first and maybe the best example of this new playbook in action is the unification of Germany. This wasn't a story about people rising up in the streets. Nope. This was a story of pure, cold, calculated political strategy and a whole lot of military power.
The real engine behind making Germany a single nation was the powerhouse state of Prussia. And the guy in the driver's seat? One man, Chief Minister Otto von Bismarck. Now, this guy wasn't some dreamy revolutionary. He was a master strategist. And his tools weren't inspiring speeches. They were the incredibly powerful Prussian army and its super-efficient government machine.
Bismarck's game plan was just brutally effective. He set up 3 short, sharp, and decisive wars in just 7 years. First, a quick one against Denmark in '64. Then, the big move against their main rival, Austria, in '66. And for the grand finale, he took on France in '71. With each win, more German states fell into line under Prussia.
And this is the victory lap. January 1871, in the famous Hall of Mirrors at Versailles. Yeah, the palace of the French kings they just defeated. The German Empire is officially born. And the Prussian king, William I, is crowned Kaiser, or Emperor of United Germany. I mean, talk about a power move.
Okay, let's switch gears and head south to our second case, Italy. Now, if Germany was forged like a single solid piece of steel, Italy was, well, it was more like a patchwork quilt, stitched together from all these different little kingdoms and territories.
You have to understand, before the 1860s, Italy was really just a name for a place on a map. The peninsula was a total mess, split into 7 different states. You had the Austrian Habsburgs running the north, the Pope controlling the middle, and the Bourbon kings from Spain ruling the south. It was anything but united.
So how did this patchwork get stitched together? You just need to remember 3 key guys. And here's a super easy way to do it. Think of them as the soul, the brain, and the sword. Mazzini was the soul, the guy with the big revolutionary ideas. Cavour was the brain, the brilliant diplomat pulling the strings. And Garibaldi, he was the sword, the military hero who made things happen on the battlefield.
Cavour, the brain, was the ultimate strategist. He knew his small kingdom couldn't take on the mighty Austrian Empire alone. So, his plan was simple but genius. Step 1, make a clever deal with France. Step 2, provoke a war with Austria. And step 3, let the French army help him kick the Austrians out of northern Italy. And in 1859, it worked perfectly.
While all that's happening up north, the sword of Italy, Giuseppe Garibaldi, swings into action down south. In 1860, he and his volunteer army, you might know them as the legendary Red Shirts, sailed down to Sicily. They inspired the local people to rise up, and together they managed to drive the Spanish rulers right out of southern Italy.
So, with Cavour liberating the north and Garibaldi freeing the south, the pieces of the puzzle finally fell into place. And in 1861, it became official. Victor Emmanuel II was declared the very first king of United Italy. Okay, so we've seen a nation made by war, and another one made by a mix of diplomacy and revolution. But our last case study, Britain, is a whole different animal. Its path was so unique that it's often called the strange case.
And the key is right here in this quote. Unlike the fast dramatic action in Germany and Italy, Britain's creation was a slow burn. It was this long, drawn-out process that happened over centuries. There was no single big war, no one big revolution that made it happen.
This really breaks it down for you. On one side, you have Germany and Italy's model, sudden unification through wars and big political moves. But on the other side, you've got Britain's model, gradual absorption. This is where one dominant culture, in this case English culture, slowly, piece by piece, absorbed the others around it.
And you can see the key steps right here. It really kicks off in 1688, when the English Parliament took charge from the king. Then came 1707, with the Act of Union that officially joined England and Scotland to create Great Britain. And finally, in 1801, Ireland was forcibly brought in, creating the United Kingdom.
But let's be clear, this absorption wasn't always a happy family hug. A single British identity was created by actively suppressing the unique cultures of Scotland and Ireland. For instance, Scottish Highlanders were actually forbidden from speaking their own language, Gaelic, or wearing their traditional kilts. At the same time, new symbols like the Union Jack flag and a national anthem were pushed hard to make everyone feel like part of this new Britain.
Okay, so let's bring it all home and get you set for your exams. It's time to quickly recap the key differences between these three amazing and very different stories of how to build a nation.
And here it is, your ultimate cheat sheet for this topic. Seriously, screenshot this. For Germany, the magic words are Bismarck and military force. For Italy, remember the dream team, Cavour, Mazzini, and Garibaldi, and their mix of diplomacy and popular revolt. And for Britain, it's all about the English Parliament and that long, slow process of political and cultural absorption. If you remember this, you're golden.
And that's a wrap on this part of the story. Remember, this is just one piece of the puzzle. Make sure you check out our other explainers on this chapter to get the full picture and be 100% ready for your exams.
And hey, if you need a little extra help, like detailed notes or guidance on admissions, don't hesitate to reach out to us at A1 Institute. All the contact info you need, including our phone number, is right there in the description below.
Thanks so much for watching. If this helped clear things up for you, please don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more exam-ready explainers from A1 Institute. We'll catch you in the next one.